What's up, Homestead Homies? You're watching Our Good Doug Stacy, and I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
And you just got cuckooed. Wait, no, you're Grant.
Wait, no, you're Katie.
And I'm Emma.
And I'm Jamie.
And I'm Clark.
And I'm Annie. And I'm Tessa.
I'm Adam.
And we're Utah Homestead Homies.
What's up, Homestead Homies? Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And guess where we are? Baker Creek Spring Seed Planting Festival.
And it is a wonderful, beautiful day.
All right, so we got some footage for you guys. We're going to take you guys around, show you what's going on, and then that's it. We've been answering questions all day. We've been meeting all you Homestead Homies who came out here to meet us.
And we got some cool Homestead Homies all over.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are off the chain, filling up the tent, listening to us talk. We're going to try to get some more footage for today. We'll do some more tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. If you're in the area, make sure you come to Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company in Mansfield, Missouri tomorrow. Or actually, you're watching this tomorrow, so game over.
Next year, you better be there and be square.
We'll try to give you some good videos, and we appreciate you guys watching. And so let's go check it out.
All right, let's go.
So what's up, Homestead Homies? All right, so maybe some of you guys know us, some of you don't. Show of hands, who knows us? Nice, and then the other people just wandered in here, good luck. All right, so this is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And we have a YouTube channel. It's called Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, where we kind of share our journey on what we've been doing. So we left 6 years ago. We lived in the St. Louis metropolitan area, and we lived in like a 3,000 square foot house, and we had like all the cars and all the payments and all the headaches. And we sold our businesses, and we moved out to 11 acres. And I built an actual log cabin out of white oak that was harvested in our area. And I did it in 90 days with hardly any carpentry skills. And that's what we're doing right now. So we share our adventures with you guys. And if you're not knowing us, maybe go check out our YouTube channel. Follow us along. We talk about fermenting. We talk about health. We talk about growing your own food. Knowing where your food comes from. We have a rainwater catchment system, and we're going to kind of go over all this kind of stuff with you guys. So for the ones who don't know us, can kind of get caught up, and then for the ones that do, you know, we just preach it to the choir. So
yeah. Oh, and don't you laugh. A lot of people ask us why we did it. You know, are you guys crazy? Because we left. I mean, we had running water, we had electricity, we watched movies.
Oh, did I mention we don't have any solar power, no wind turbines?
Nothing.
We're absolutely off the grid with no power.
And so people think we're crazy. You know, why did we do it? Why did we do it? And you know, we were kind of on our journey. And about 10 years ago, I just really didn't feel very well. I mean, I just felt terrible. And I would go to the doctor, and they'd say, "Oh, you're the bill of health. You're great. You're great." And I know something's wrong with me. It's not right. They take tests. Nothing was wrong with me. But I didn't feel right. And so I started doing lots of research. I would study. I'd go and take certifications. I'd take courses. I just engulfed myself and studied to learn about how to heal myself naturally. Come to find out that I had a lot of, heavy metal toxicities. You know, because I used to have the air fresheners that you put in your houses and candles and all that kind of stuff. You know, even the stuff, the lint things that you put in your dryer. Yeah. You know, and we're inundated by all this stuff all the time. And so I started slowly, we wanted to move away to get rid of all the toxins in our life. We wanted to get rid of the stress in our life. I wanted to grow my own food, know where it came from. We wanted to raise our own animals so that we could, sustain ourselves and know exactly what we're putting in our bodies, because, we don't know what we're putting in our bodies, and then the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, we don't know. So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to take charge of our lives and get out of that and then just be in control. And so that's what we're doing now, right?
I just love her.
Right now I'm still cooking on my wood burning stove. We live in northern Missouri, and I still cook with it, and hopefully you want to keep cooking with it as long as you can, because I do enjoy it. But then in the summertime, I will utilize a sun oven. We have an all-American sun oven that I cook with all the time, and I love it to death, and it's very helpful. I could cook 2 rotisserie chickens in it. I could do roast. I could cook a dessert and a meal in it, and it's wonderful. And so that's how I cook with mostly in the summer, and then we have a propane grill too that we use.
We also hard-boil eggs in it. If you guys are like a preparedness mind type of person, having an all-American sun oven like added to your arsenal is huge. If the power goes out, you still have a way to cook your food. It does water purification. It's a dehydrator, and I mean, we swear by them. We use them all the time. You know, they don't like to pay us to say this stuff. I mean, we use them and we beat on them, and we make food in them, and they're really good. I mean, you set it outside, do what you got to do all day long. Even if you leave the property, we leave the property and we come back and nothing's burned, everything's moist, and we have a great meal ready to go.
Like
it's
a
called
crock pot
All-American
food
Sun
shop.
Oven.
That's what it is. So we
Right.
use it a lot. And the other thing that I have to say about having no electricity is, you know, you hear about your circadian rhythms, the sleep-wake cycle.
Right.
Everyone's all messed up because they are going to bed late, you know,
Because of the
getting up
artificial
early.
light, right.
Yeah, you have the artificial light from the lights, you have the computer screen and all that. So it's really adjusted our circadian rhythms. Because did you guys know between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock at night, when you go to bed, at those hours is when your body repairs itself physically, and between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock your body repairs itself mentally. So, you know, if you are cutting into those times, you're messing up some of your repair time. So it's good if you can get to bed by 11 o'clock at least, you know, and then get up when the sun comes up. And it's very, very healthy, because a lot of people are like, I can't lose weight, I don't have any energy. And if you could just do one thing, the cheapest thing you could do is start going to bed a little earlier and maybe go to bed with the sun. So when the sun starts going down, since we don't have electricity, we have oil lanterns, we have candles, rechargeable, you know, we have headlamps that we wear. You know, your body kind of starts relaxing. So that's kind of what you want to do. So maybe light a candle instead of turning the lights on at night, so that you can get your circadian rhythms down. You don't want all these bright lights inundating you. And I can't tell you the quality of our sleep, the quality of our life, our health, and how we feel, has just been miraculous because of that.
I mean, and seriously, every time we come to like stuff like this and we're staying like outside of our zone, like it was funny because we're staying with someone, but they were making a little noise this morning, and it's fine. But she has a wall temperature thing, and it doesn't even have a bright light or anything, but it caught my eye because I heard the noise, and then I was like, wow, that's bright. So I shut the door, and it's not even bright. And then I shut the door, I'm like, okay, cool. And I went back and laid down, and when I laid down, there's a fire detector right above the door, and that little green light, I was like, that's it. I can't go back to sleep. Just with the
There's an ant. We brought him from our house. How many people have ants inundating their windows
I'm
and everything
organic.
now?
I'm organic. So, but yeah, so you get used to that. We went to Chicago one time too, just recently, and it's just like, it's harder to get back on grid than I think it was even going off grid. You know?
It is. Like, I'll go and spend the night at my aunt or someplace, and it's hard on me now. I can't wait to come back.
And if you guys got ants, a little bit of cinnamon extract, little cinnamon leaf extract, just sprinkle it on your window frames or around the area where you think they're coming in. Bye-bye.
That's right.
Like that? I got stuff too.
Okay, so we'll move on here. So then another aspect is, of course, our hygiene. How do we take care of ourselves and all that? And would you guys eat your deodorant?
How many people would eat their deodorant?
Raise your hand, right?
Right.
Some people might, depending on how it's made.
That's because they know what's up.
Yeah. So, we try to, and my big thing
Hold on. Anybody know the biggest organ, the largest organ on your body?
You guys are smart. So, I think there's like this effect without electricity, that we also like to get out and we like to play in the dirt a lot too, don't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about being dirty.
Yeah. Well, you can start.
So how many people have heard of the farm effect? A study called the farm effect. A couple people? You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, basically the study shows that children who are exposed to farms, organic farms,
Right.
or even just being outside a lot, playing in the dirt, that they suffered less amounts of asthma and allergies. Because when you're playing in the dirt, you're exposed to all these different types of bacteria and strains, and it's good for you to help your immune system. And the same, I'll even have a testimony for him. he always had really bad sinus problems, and he would always be congested all the time, no matter what. And we were making our diet pristine, you know. I mean, I was just like on and on and on, and I'm thinking, why are you still, you know, having snot? Why is that? Why is that?
Because I was wearing shoes.
Well, that was part of it, but then the other thing was, I guess he's an adult too. Children are going to notice this effect quicker, and so I think over the time, and we were there, you know, another year, then eventually from our lifestyle, he has no sinus problems, he doesn't get snotty at all. And so I think that really is a big contributor to that.
That was, and also drinking that, you know, red cap, blue cap, 2%, watered down, nothing nutritional about it, milk from the store.
Yeah,
So once we switched over to whole milk and goat's milk, we were making our own cheese, we were making our own butter, we were drinking, you know, basically from the tea, you know, then that kind of stuff really started clearing up, and it made a big difference.
Right. So the one thing, if you can notice, my lovely husband here is barefooted. How many people go barefoot? Barefoot, it has a name, it's called grounding now. Everything you know now in this day and age has to have a name. But grounding is basically you becoming one with the earth, and you get that force into your body, and it sounds crazy, but I was just listening to, when I drive up here, a lecture, and it was so cool, and I'm like, oh good, it's about grounding. And he said that they tested the blood of people, and within minutes of them going to the ground, the structure of the cells in the body were totally different and changed. And grounding is something that is so cheap and easy for anybody to do, because it puts you with the earth, especially when you have like the dew on the grass, moisture, you know, when you walk on the beach, when you have that water and that charge, it just really helps. It strengthens the immune system. It's just something that is easy to do, and it improves the immune system, and it's so helpful. And we started doing that. You know, we use our hands. I don't use gloves when we're digging and putting our plants in the ground, because you want that connection with earth. It doesn't necessarily have to be your feet. It could be your hands too. But play in the dirt, and you want that energy flow, because we are part of the earth, you know. So he loves it. I get on a rant. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh, it's not a rant. You're doing
Yeah.
great. She's doing great, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, heck, we're 72. She's 83. Come on. All right, what was next?
Okay, so now we want to talk about going from seed to plate.
Right. How many people know the difference between an heirloom
Heirloom seed and a hybrid seed.
and a hybrid seed? A lot of you guys do, some of you don't. Richard, do you know? What is it?
An heirloom seed is one that's been passed down for the last 50 years. You take the seed from the previous plant, you go ahead.
Right, and then
They're passed down generations.
Hybrid is when you're interbreeding two different plants.
right. So one's an open pollinator, and one's been cross pollinated by man. So
And then the ones that are the hybrids, when they pick the best trait from each one,
right,
and when you try to plant it the next year, you're not going to get the original plant.
right.
Heirlooms, you're going to get the original plant, and and then especially in your climate, when they are growing, they're going to get strong to where your climate is,
They'll
depending where you
adapt.
live.
Right. Adapt to the temperature.
Yeah.
So then the one thing we're talking about too on our YouTube channel is that when we go through the trouble of planting heirloom seeds, and then we're using the rainwater, and then it comes time for harvest, one thing we try to talk about a lot is eating like live food, right? So like we ferment a lot of our foods, so that way there's not a canning process, you know. And canning's fine; it's a good way to store food. But when you heat your food up, that you're killing some of the enzymes, and when you can, it's like really hot. So it's almost like a pasteurized or you know, that kind of a method. So what we've tried to do is to educate people on fermenting your foods, so that you can have a better gut health and better flora from the food that you work so hard to get on your plate in the first place.
A year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, you need to switch, because you need to change up the strains, because your body gets used to that. So you want to mix it up. So if you guys are taking probiotics, maybe start changing every 6 months or something and try a different kind. Or if you're doing fermentation, don't ferment beets all the time. Ferment it, maybe do some carrots, maybe do some peppers, and change it up like that.
Because it's a fact scientifically that if you eat the same foods over and over and over again, it can actually make you sick.
Yeah, because you get mineral deficiencies because you're just getting the same thing all the time.
Right.
What do we
Right.
use?
So redundancies, right? We're kind of big on that. I don't know many people that really talk about it. So we've had like total crop failures. Like you guys saw how wet. I mean, most people live in Missouri. I mean, like the last week, it's like my grass was drowning. So we go off of redundancies. So we have the back to Eden style garden method, and we also do raised beds, and then we also have a greenhouse. So if one of our systems fails, like 1 year we got so flooded out, this was 2 years?
We had,
last year,
okay,
2 years?
first year we had a drought.
Yep.
We had a drought,
Yep.
and that was bad. Second year
was too much rain, everything died,
Yep.
and it got really bad. We did save some stuff, but for the most part, you know, it was crop loss. So we try to have different ways in place so we can grow that food. So if one does fail, we have the backup of the other one, so that way we can always continually have our shelves being replenished. And back to the fermenting thing, in case you don't know about fermenting, but a jar or, you know, what you ferment can last 6 months to a year, you know, easy. And that is the
In a cool
original,
place.
that's the OG of food preservation, is fermenting. That's like totally the oldest, like ancient way of preserving your food is fermenting. So
a little salt, or you can use like whey or
Yeah.
something to help preserve it. So it's very simple.
all right, so that's a little bit about us.
Yeah,
Got
and
anything
then
else?
we have a motto that we say all the time, because some of you guys are like, I'm not going to go off grid, I'm not going to give up my electricity, or I still live in a subdivision.
Yep.
Our thing is do what you can
Where you are.
where you are.
So, you know, if you guys are new to gardening, we encourage you guys to get out and start your tomato plants and peppers, you know, stuff like that may be easy. And then as you're gaining your confidence, you know, you're growing more food, and then more food, then pretty soon the for sale signs in the yard, and then you're hunting for land, and then you're moving on from, you know, 1 acre to 3 acres, maybe then to 5 acres. So, but
Or
every,
even that, you don't need, I mean,
that's
you
what I
can
mean.
just do it in
It's
your
all
house.
individual.
Yeah,
Right.
just changing and making these simple changes and knowing where your food comes from and change, you know, knowing what you're putting on your skin and just kind of making these simple changes are just huge, just little baby steps, because we didn't do this all at once, otherwise it would have been overwhelming. It's just
Right.
like a little step at a time.
Man, I just love it. We like sharing our journey because we think it helps people, and I think that a lot of people, they're really getting, you know, like sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, like, you know, we don't have doctors, we don't seek their advice when we're having an ailment. We go to like our remedies, you know, we do herbs, we do the foraging, you know, we know what's going on in our environment around us, and we leverage all of that stuff to help keep us, you know, maintain a healthy life and lifestyle.
Yeah, and coming here to this, you know, planting festival, I mean, there's so many like-minded people here. I mean, it's just great. It's great.
So, you know, and all you guys are really hip to like the GMOs, right? So stay away from the GMOs. So that's huge. That means you're already on that way because you're seeking out the heirloom seeds. You're here at these festivals. You guys are investing your time trying to learn about this stuff. And that's a huge step forward. So we just encourage you guys to stay with that. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And then that's going to in turn pay off for you big with your health and your happiness. And just, you know, the sense of accomplishment that, you know, you grew something, now it's on your plate.
Right, right.
So I think now.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jatina, and we're rocking it here at Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival with Doug and Stacy.
And we really enjoyed the presentation that they put on today. They had a lot of good, useful information for everybody that attended. Go!
And we are
Homestead Homies.
Oh, man, you guys are wearing us out. All right, so we got, it's all artificial light up in here because it's dark outside. But you guys you show up in numbers, and we love talking to you guys. We're so grateful and appreciative that you took time out of your day. You guys have driven and came here from like everywhere,
All over,
like
yeah.
California, Iowa, Texas,
Kansas,
Indianapolis, Minnesota,
Illinois.
Illinois. So, you know, we really appreciate that. So we appreciate hanging out with you guys at the Baker Creek Spring Planting
Festival.
We have been talking so much and high energy, and so we're totally drained. So we're going to get this video put together for you guys and get it up. And we want to thank everybody for coming down. There'll probably be one more video or two or three. I think we have some pretty good interviews to do tomorrow.
Two really good ones.
Yeah, we're
we
actually
have
making
planned.
this video on Monday, but you might not see it till Wednesday. Is today Monday? Yeah.
No,
No,
tomorrow's
today's,
Monday.
yeah.
No, we just, you know what we mean.
We're all messed up. So we'll get out these videos, and then we have more videos to come. We're going to do some cool interviews, and then we'll get those done, and then we'll post those up for you guys, and then it'll be back to the homestead where we continue our regularly scheduled programming.
And the hummingbirds are in full force because our house sitters told me that they were all over today, so I'm very excited.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And actually, if you guys were at our live show, you saw when our first one basically showed up that we had a visual on.
Yeah, so there's tons of them now, so
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Anything else you want to add?
No, we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
That's
How's
good.
that?
And we really do appreciate you guys coming out to our events and getting to know us a little better and spending some time with us. It's really neat.
It's fun because it's neat to put your actual faces to,
Yeah, and we do
people who
appreciate
comment
it.
and things.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So this is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And don't forget,
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
we'll see you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead Homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.